Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So honored to have you be able to join me this morning, Thursday, February 16th, 2023. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to transform your life by helping you become a successful currency trader using our proprietary trading indicator, which is highly accurate and very good at predicting what will happen. And we do that by one-on-one personalized coaching, which we find is the most effective and efficient way to learn to trade. So with that, let's hop into it and see what we got. We need to start by listening to this guy. And where did he go? Oh, listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that I like about our program is that we do these live trades, whereby at a certain time of day, we have a trader come online and walk through their analysis of a trade. When you become a member, we do one in the morning at 10 a.m. That tends to be a little scalp trade. We do another one at 10 p.m. And that tends to be on the Australian and Japanese pairs because it's morning time then. And then again, the key to success is continually focusing on your craft and improving it. So we have weekly meetings to give you feedback on the trading. Wednesday evenings, we've got the advanced member meeting, and Saturday mornings, we've got kind of back to the basics, where they give a tip on trading, and then they take questions to help you improve. Starting this Monday, I am moving the time of our Monday evening trade from 6:30 to 3:30. I've got there's a men's group I belong to, and they're moving our meetings to Monday evenings. So we will try bumping up our time to 3:30. So what I'm envisioning is that we'll do a trade evaluation, see if we find a trade, and then as it becomes 4 o'clock, we will do the analysis for the overnight trade, and you'll get it right as I look at it. So So for the next little bit, probably the next 2 months, we will move the Monday evening trade from 6:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. All right, and I will remind. I'll send an email out on that also. So let's jump in. I also trade off of a little checklist. Every day it is good to restart your green chart so that you pick up any updates, and it also refreshes your memory so that it works swiftly. At the end of every day, it is good to do a review of the previous day. For those of you who saw my results yesterday, we took kind of a big hit. Still ahead for the week, but I wasn't quite able to make it back to both setups from the 2 days ago went the wrong way, and it was too big of a hole to overcome. And then with that, on last night's overnight trade, as a little gun shy, I didn't see a good setup or one that I was confident in. So we ended up not taking a trade. We are technical traders, so we're not trading on news. We're trading on price action, and what we want to do is trade around that news. And we look at the news on forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact. I generally ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I generally ignore those. And red, which is high impact. Those are ones I want to trade around. And usually I want to be out of a trade 2 hours beforehand. And this morning we have consumer price index, producer price index, actually, numbers being announced. I like to be out of it 2 hours beforehand because, these numbers are published. People know what these numbers are yesterday, and the news starts to leak out beforehand. Plus, in addition to these red items, we're coupled with the 2 orange items on unemployment claims and the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. So this morning we will not take a trade on the USD, but we will take a look to see if we see a setup, just so that we can identify what a good setup looks like, but we're not going to take a trade. Any trade that we would take on the Australian dollar should be closed by 5:30 tonight. So that is what's coming up on the news. We have a dozen different signals, and when we train you, we will create a trade plan designed around your preferences and how you like to trade. On my trade plan, I use the 10-point trade signal. I use it on the 1 hour chart. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart to take a trade so that the chart has the time to form. On a 1 hour chart, a trade is usually going to be anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot is 10 to 11 pips. If the trade isn't worth 10 pips because of the risk, I'm generally not interested in taking it. I'm looking to try to get 3 10-pip trades a day. And if I do that, I am doing very well. On the 1 hour chart, the signal is good and should close within 1 to 3 hours. And basically what I'm trying to do is get all the lines to line up in one direction. And I want to get all 3 sections to agree. And each section is measuring something different. So when I can get all 3 sections to agree, that gives me the highest probability that the trade will go in the direction that I want. So I'm using the indicators to help me predict the direction. I'm not as interested in the entry as I am in the direction of the move. So with that, let's get into it. The chart I am trading off of is the Light 6 Major, which is one of the standard layout charts. I start with, and on this first chart, it has 6 different US-based currency pairs. As I said, it's a 1-hour chart. We are 40 minutes into it. So I'm looking for situations. I start with the middle section, which is the majors and minors. Red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray is the minor indicator. And I am looking for situations where these lines are either below the horizontal red line, which is the oversold line. When these lines are down below the oversold line, that is a good opportunity to buy. Likewise, when the lines are above the horizontal blue line, which is the overbought line, that is a good opportunity to sell. And basically, I'm looking for a situation. So say 4 hours ago, the lines crossed, actually 3 hours ago, we got the majors to cross, then the minors crossed, and then I am able to ride that through the channel. And here, I actually went all the way down. That was the 12 pip move over the course of 3 hours. So that is what I'm looking for. I want to catch it up here and ride it through the channel. So right now, the minors are oversold. Majors are just approaching oversold. So I do not have what I'm looking for. Euro USD. Lines are in the middle of the channel. In fact, actually, they've been kind of bouncing around in the channel for the last 6 hours, up, down, up, down. So we don't have clear direction here. So I'm going to pass. Same with the pound USD, just bouncing around in the middle of the channel for the last 6 hours. So nothing there. Dollar, Canadian dollar. We're just approaching overbought, or we are overbought with both the majors and the minors, and the lines are going up. So we want the lines to have turned and come down. Dollar, Swiss franc. Minors have gotten to the oversold and have turned. Majors are still kind of going down, but they're weakening. They're weakening because we have this kink in the green line. USD yen. Again, you can see on all of these, except I guess the US Canadian, we've been kind of floundering in the middle of the channel here. Now, can I get 10 points from taking 10 pips from taking a trade in the middle of the channel? Yes, I can, but it's just not part of my trade strategy or trade plan. I want to catch it up here and ride it through, or catch it down here and ride it through. So here we kind of reached overbought. The lines are kind of going down, but I don't have a good double cross on the major. Like the red line hasn't crossed over the green line yet. So this is still a bit premature. And again, we're not going to trade on because of the U.S. news. So I have cloned this chart and then put in other non-U.S. pairs. So here is the euro pound. We're again in the middle of the channel. Basically, the minors have gotten oversold and have come back to meet the majors, but we're kind of just still, majors are sideways here. Pound yen, Australian dollar yen. We had a small down, and all of a sudden now you can see how the steepness of the line on the majors, the green line, how steep this is. This is a nice signal. Had we caught it a little earlier, this might have been a trade to consider. All the lines are clustered. I like this. There's something going on with the yen, I think. The thing that I might not have liked is that we're in the middle of the channel when it turns. I prefer to catch it up here. But on the euro dollar, had I seen this, this is something I might have taken. Euro Canadian dollar overbought. Minors are starting to turn. Majors are still going up. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we've been floating and overbought for the last 5 hours. And we've got a little bit of a kind of a weird duck bill, maybe a platypus bill here, where you got the head here and the kind of the long bill here. So here's a case where you can see that it's overbought, and you could have gotten 21 pips over 5 hours, 6 hours on this as it was overbought and it kept going up. Again, not part of my trade plan. Pound yen, overbought. Everybody's going down, and I have the double cross. So those are the three things I'm looking for. 1, we're overbought. 2, everybody's going down. And 3, the red line and black line have crossed over. The lines are clustered. That makes me like the trade a little bit more. And the steepness of the green line on the majors is more than 45 degrees. That makes me like a little bit more. And it is just about touching the blue line, which makes me like a little bit more. So when I have all three here, I am going to take a look at what's going on the TNTs. And I want 3 of these lines to agree with what I'm seeing here. So we've got a sell signal here. 2 orange lines are going down, confirming sell. The blue line is inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So dotted blue is going up. So 3 of the 4 are telling me sell. We've got, we do not, on the pressure, I want the lines either going down or the red line on top. We don't have that here. We've got the pressure is weakening because we have this kink in the line, but we do not have the red on top. Just for fun, though, I want to take a look at. I like this part of the signal. Let's take a look and see what the 2 and the 4 hour look like. So this is what we were just looking at. This is the 1 hour. When I take a trade, the confirmation that I like off of this trade is to see what the 2 and the 4 hour are doing. And ideally, I want them to be overbought. They don't have to be going, and the majors don't have to be going down, but I want them overbought, because if we're overbought and the signal weakens, I have the chance of catching the trade off of the 2 and the 4 hour signal. And what that means is it's just going to take longer for it to execute. Rather than taking 1 to 3 hours, it will take, could take 2 to 6 hours or even 4 to 12 hours, but I'll get the trade. So here we were overbought on both of them. So that supports it. I guess my issue is we really don't have the pressure, sideways pressure here on the 2 hour and sideways pressure here on the 4 hour, but we don't have, and we've got the green line on top on both. Now here, the lines are converging. The green line's getting closer to the red line, but it hasn't crossed over yet. And again, just to take a look, let me see what, let me just look at the clean chart. So this technically doesn't meet our rule, but I want to since we've been trading the pound yen, I'm more apt to break the rules since I trade it frequently. So let's take a look at where the support and resistance are. That's going to allow me to figure out what the trade is worth. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop, and I want to know where those are because it allows me. It creates the bounds for what I'm going to use for a take profit. So I am going to look at where the lines seem to naturally stop. Seem to stop in here, over here, over here, over here. And because of these natural stopping spots, if I know where they are, it allows me to get in and out of a trade quicker. And on a euro dollar, these on a 1 hour chart, these lines tend to be 30-40 pips apart, and you can see here we're at 0.79 to 3.5, so that's about 55 pips. Let's put one more line in here. And these lines also help me when I'm thinking about my support and resistance, or thinking about my stop loss, because I want to, on some trades, I'll either go outside one support, or sometimes even two support and resistances, so that I've got less of a chance of being stopped out. So here we've got a sell trade. We're in the channel. I'd like to know how many pips I have. Let's just move this, make it just even a little bit bigger. How many pips I have. Oops. Can I move this, move this? So 50 pips down. And 12 pips up. 50 pips down and 12 pips up. You might even argue that there's a support spot here, bouncing all along here, bouncing here, bouncing here, bouncing here. So if we look at that, it's 18 pips. So let's go back and take a look at the signal again. So on the 2 and the 4 hour, I'm not looking at the TNTs. I am glancing to see what the pressure is. So sideways pressure is better than up pressure. Even though we don't technically have the third point here, this big kink in the line, the green line, so it's going steep up to steep sideways. I like this. Let's go ahead and take a sell on the pound yen, and we will take it for 12 pips. 12 pips. We're going to go, let's just go back and take one more look. Here for the previous 2 weeks, we've got kind of an uptrend. Up, came back a little bit, up again. This I'm not really sure I would call a downtrend, but for today we're sideways, and that is we had a mixed signal last night on the trade, and you can see we didn't get much movement either way. So let's go ahead and take a 12 pip trade on this. I want to go less than the 18 pips that we have to this line, because the previous trend was an uptrend. So I'm going to take a little bit less. So let's open up. You can take it in your trading simulator, or open up your MetaTrader 4. So the pound yen. I already have that open. I am going to go to new order. This account has 9,500 in it. By moving lot size appropriate, by moving this decimal place over 4 spots is 0.95. So I'm just going to round it up to 1. Market execution sell. The trade is recorded. I am going to right click on it, then go to modify. And we said we were going to take 12 pips. So 12 pips is 120 points. And we're going to use a 3-to-1. So we're going to make this 360. Now, if I click on the little red button, it does the math and puts it in. And if I click on the blue button here, it does the math and puts it in for me. Then I click the modify, left click on the modify. It drops it in. And I'm kind of happy with where we're at. So we took a sell on the pound yen with a take profit of 161.207, 161.207, a stop loss of 161.696, 161.696. I expect this to close in the next 1 to 3 hours. All right, let's see if we have any questions. No questions. All right, gang, thank you for joining me. We will, on Monday, we are going to do the live trade at 3:30 Eastern time, 3:30 Eastern time. And we're going to do that for the next little bit, because I have a men's group meeting at our normal, at the 6:30 time. So, all right, gang, thanks so much. If you have any questions, you can get a hold of me by going to, you can schedule time with me at forexsmarttrade.com, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. Again, I appreciate you being here. We will make you a good trader. Bye-bye.